So when you see the red flags, you don't really pay attention to the red flags. They're there, but you don't really see them because you're making excuses for them. And they've told you that we're the ones that were so bad and we're the ones that were so wrong, that when they start showing you who they really are, you really don't believe it's happening to you because they made you believe that you were better than us. You're better than the ex. By the time you realize that you've been abused and you're in a trap, it's too late. They done separated you from the people that love you. They've mind-fucked you and made you believe things that are not true. They have manipulated you, conned you, taken advantage of you. They done took your money, fucked up your credit, messed around with your kids. They have done all horrible things. Horrible things. And then you wake up and be like, hold on, I'm in an abusive relationship too. Wait a minute, I'm a victim too. Hold on, why didn't I believe them when they said it? And it's because they played you. Now, see, we didn't have a choice because we were brought here. We saw them for who they were on the other side. We saw them then. Yes. But what you all did was they got you when you was over there before you even set foot on these shores.
Hey, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube space. Wherever you are watching this video from, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you and respect you so much for supporting me. If you are a new subscriber, please consider subscribing on this YouTube channel. Turn on notification bell so that you can be the first one to get this reaction whenever we drop it. Thank you. Now, we know, and we have come across some allegation that when Africans go to the United States of America or when Africans go to UK, they become the allies of the white people. And they distance themselves from the black brothers, black Americans. You know, they became allies, or they become allies of the white. They betray the gang. They betray the brotherhood. I don't know if you have come across such allegation or if you have come across such incident, because that's what we are going to talk about today. Yeah, there is a video here, a black American lady who is warning Africans, educating Africans, telling them, when you come here, you must know that, or you have to know that we as black Americans, we have been in an abusive relationship. The relationship between black American and white Americans is an abusive relationship. So when you come here, pretending to be good on other side, distancing yourself from us, just know you are the next girlfriend entering into this relationship. I am the ex, you are the new girlfriend. So I am warning you, whatever happened to me might happen to you. You may be good at first, but you know how this ends. That's the video we are going to react on it today. And we will look into why Africans, when they go there, they become allies to the white people and ditch their own brothers and sisters. And that is what is causing all this tension online. You know, we see on social media shown breakup wrangles between black Americans and Africans. Black Americans saying they're better, Africans saying black Americans are complaining too much. So I want us to watch this clip. After watching this clip, we'll come down here and talk about why Africans are allies of white Americans and not their brothers, black Americans, and how this is affecting black people or black nation at large. Let's watch this. I am the Kenyan Beast, okay? Let's go.
Black Americans have been in an abusive relationship with the United States since our most recent journey here in 1619. Yes, most recent because of course there's evidence that we were here prior to colonization. Go read a book and argue with your mama, because that's not the point of this video. So we've been in an abusive relationship with the United States since 1619. And just like any person who's been victimized in a relationship, we've told the future girlfriends of the United States, they're an abuser and you need to listen to us. Because what they did to us, they're going to do to you. You know who the most recent girlfriends are? The immigrants. See, you all thought that you were special. Because see, just like what any abuser does, when they abuse someone and then that person leaves them, the next person they go to, they start talking about the former. Yeah, they're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. If you hear them say such and such, they are lying. So they try to get ahead of the game. They try to taint your mind to make you believe there's something wrong with the ex. In our simple minds, in our arrogance, even in regular person-to-person relationships, we always think we're better than the ex. See, they're not going to treat me that way because I'm not like you. I'm special because they chose me now. And there's something wrong with you because they got rid of you, or they no longer want you, or they never treated you right, and they're going to treat me differently. And so just like with any abuser, they manipulate the new person into believing that the old person has done something wrong, has done something crazy, are crazy. And then they get with you and they try to convince you, they manipulate you. They get your mind off of what you need to focus on. So when you see the red flags, you don't really pay attention to the red flags. They're there, but you don't really see them because you're making excuses for them. And they've told you that we're the ones that were so bad and we're the ones that were so wrong, that when they start showing you who they really are, you really don't believe it's happening to you because they made you believe that you were better than us. You're better than the ex. By the time you realize that you've been abused and you're in a trap, it's too late. They have separated you from the people that love you. They've mind fucked you and made you believe things that are not true. They have manipulated you, conned you, taken advantage of you. They done took your money, fucked up your credit, messed around with your kids. They have done all horrible things. And then you wake up and be like, hold on, I'm in an abusive relationship too. Wait a minute, I'm a victim too. Hold on, why didn't I believe them when they said it? And it's because they played you. Now, see, we didn't have a choice because we were brought here. We saw them for who they were on the other side. We saw them then. Yes. But what you all did was they got you when you was over there. Before you even set foot on these shores, they showed you all kinds of things in the media to make you believe all these crazy things about us African Americans. You know, we lazy. We are. We're lazy and we don't take advantage of the opportunities that we have here and that we squander things. We haven't created anything. We haven't done anything amazing in history. And so they made you believe that you were special. They made you believe that you're different. You're not like them. Don't be over there with them. Don't listen to them. See, even at work, you know how when you get hired, they don't want you to discuss pay or responsibilities and stuff. Because see, what's happening is people are getting paid differently, doing the same work. Or one has more of a workload than the other, but you're getting paid less. As long as you don't communicate and talk, then you think that you're special. That's what they did to you. They told you that you were special. They said, don't go over there with them. As long as they can keep us separated and keep you believing that we're in the wrong, then you're going to do their bidding. You're going to now take the mantle and discriminate against us and hate us and talk about us and tell us that we're not good people and we are this and we are that. Everything that they've told you, you come back and bring it to us. So now they've manipulated you to the point where you actually do their dirty work. And then the election happened and you all showed up and you did exactly what they wanted you to do. And I'm not going to say not all, because you know, if you weren't the one that did it, then I'm not talking to you. So there's that. For those of you who did, you drank the Kool-Aid, you sipped the sauce, and you thought that you were different. And now look at you. Now you're looking at the ex-girlfriend to come and save you. You're screaming at the ex, why aren't you helping me? And the ex warned you. Child, we done sent the telegram, we sent the pigeon, railroad, the mailman, UPS, and FedEx. Child, we sent Morse code, everything. We told you that they're an abuser. We told you not to believe them. What you did was you believed them because you believed that you were special. And you were different. And you believe that what they did to us would never happen to you. And I mean, it's in the history books. Whatever they do to us first, they then spill over and do to the immigrants. And then they spill over and do to poor white people. Like, the history is there. They don't have a new playbook. You just refuse to read. You refuse to believe what you see. And isn't that what happens? The abuser comes and with their charm, they lure you in. And they tell you how special you are. Oh, you're not like the others. You're so different. You make my life better. What would I do without you? See, with that last one, this is what they did and la-di-da-di-da. But with you, yeah, I'm glad you're here because you're nothing like them. That's how they get you. And then you get got. And that's why we've been in an abusive relationship the entire time we've been here since the journey of 1619. And we told you and you didn't listen. And look at you now. Look at your ass now.
Wow. Wow. That was a very perfect and good example. Sending warning and educating Africans about what is happening. It was a perfect example. Let's see one reaction here and then we continue.
Black Americans have been in an abusive relationship with the United States since our most recent journey here.
She went on to say how it's an abusive relationship and now immigrants and then poor white people are now going to find out the same things they did to us, they're going to do to you because they just lied to you. They said my ex-girlfriend was crazy. She wasn't crazy. So now you're a baby mama too, and you're stuck, and there's nothing you can do, right? So great analogy. But this like just hits home the point that the work that the Black American community did, a lot of you guys should be thanking us. We did not just keep this administration so long from not just doing what they did to us, but we kept them from doing this to other immigrants. That's why we included them, right? Because we weren't selfish like they were. These immigrants have been. These immigrants voted against us. We weren't selfish, and we're the only thing holding these immigrants back from seeing this. So now that's why we're sitting back and all this stuff is happening. We're like, you are on your own. And it needs to be that way, because you need to learn to respect and appreciation of what the Black American community did. You need to read a book. There's a reason we're the most educated. We had to learn to beat this beast, or fight this beast, or navigate this beast. You only do it with education in this world. No, but not only did we hold back and protect those immigrants who then came and voted against us, but the whole world is seeing when we are not advocating and fighting and sacrificing ourselves for the humanity of this nation. You are seeing that worldwide effect, market manipulation, possible world war, enabling dictators. The world doesn't even see the inhumanity in this powerful nation, and how Black Americans single-handedly and with great blood and sacrifice kept it not only back for us, but it kept it back for the world. And now that we are sitting back and we're not fighting, you guys have shown yourselves to be unworthy and undeserving of our sacrifices. Never will I extend myself for you guys. Again, maybe if you guys do a lot of, I don't think you have it in you. Never will I extend myself ever again to stop this beast. The beast is just out. The beast is savage. The beast is worldwide. The beast is looking at World War III. The beast is creating a Gestapo. The beast is bringing in dictatorship. The beast is backing, like, all of these things are taking place. It just made me realize, wow, our work wasn't just for us. It was for this world. And now that it's unleashed and we're not sacrificing our lives for the humanity and soul of this nation, this powerful nation, it just really goes to show that the whole world just did not appreciate who and what. Oh, they like our music and art, but they did not appreciate our words. They did not listen to what we did. It took George Floyd being unalived on camera that sparked this worldwide protest, and I give thanks for that. But that was 2020. And now that we're sitting back and the world is seeing the destruction and pure destruction and evil that they have hid behind a mask, and Black Americans are saying, we told you it was like this the whole time. We were trying to save you from something so bad. We included everyone to save you. And now we're stepping back. It just goes to show the world just did not even appreciate how much we were able to restore a bit of humanity to this very powerful system. And I'm writing this letter because I hope the world understands for the future what our sacrifices for ourselves did for everyone, and keeping humanity within this system and within this government. But now that we're sitting back, the unfortunate thing is, because we're generally kind people and welcoming, we have to let you suffer in pain, which is not something we want to do. Black Americans, honestly, we feel like everyone's our kin. Like, I know that sounds weird, but it just really is. We're the nurturers of this world and planet, of this country. We try our best under the trying circumstances and oppression, and constantly have to reinvent, even when they take who and what we are. But the whole world, I just hope you realize and appreciate what our sacrifices were for equality and justice actually did for this entire world. Because it's just so obvious now that we were fighting for you too. We didn't know it, but we were sacrificing ourselves not just for us, but for the world. But the world has been anti-Black. They liked our music, but not our blues. So now there's so much justice that needs to come, and karma that needs to come. And unfortunately, even though it hurts, the people we tried to protect, they bit the hand that fed them. They bit the hand that kept this beast from being out of control. The only people willing and strong enough to stand up to this beast, even at loss of blood and life to ourselves, was us. And I just hope the world realizes that we at least gave them all this time, and just really understand what it was that kept the humanity from being on stage like this. Because they would have kept it chattel slavery if we wouldn't have insisted. Fought, marched, worldwide, dogs, unalivings, lynchings, to this day. You just saw them shoot the kid the other day. I don't know. The world, just think about that. I really, truly want the world to think about it. That's who we were, and that's what we did. It affected way more than us. But unfortunately, like I said, we have to watch the world crumble, because the world didn't show us that they are worth the blood sacrifices with our lives that we were making.
It was perfect example to educate Africans, and I get it when Black Americans say that the world does not appreciate their work, and Black Americans have gone through shit. Each and every Black Americans have gone through a lot, not just the ancestors, but even the Black Americans of today. I get when Black Americans say that the world does not appreciate what they have done for the world. You know, like Black Americans have gone through a lot simply because some people to live good. Africans are enjoying in America because of the sweat and blood of Black Americans. Latinos, people of color, each and every migrants in America, they are enjoying because of Black American. And I understand because Black Americans have suffered since 1619, slavery and racism when it started. They have suffered. And that lady I had just featured, the handle was just all the nations, and she has given a perfect example using relationship. So Black Americans have been in abusive relationship with Americans, with white Americans for so long, and Africans or any other people of color, they are new girlfriends. So they are coming here and they'll be told, oh, your ex is bad, she's lazy, oh, they complain a lot, and you will buy that story. And a number of times, some professors, doctors, and scholars have warned Africans against aligning themselves with the white system. And one of these is like Professor P.L.O. Lumumba of Kenya. He has a number of times warned Africans or Black people of Black white supremacy, you know, and he has talked to Africans for a number of times. We have Ambassador Arikana Chiombori, a former African Union ambassador. He has called for unity among Africans to combat systematic discrimination and enslavement by a white-dominated system. She emphasizes the importance of acknowledging historical injustices and working collectively to address ongoing challenges faced by people of African descent globally. So we have African professors, African doctors, African scholars who they know what Black Americans have gone through, or they acknowledge, and that's why they are calling their fellow Africans, you know what, for unity. We have someone like Ali Mazrui, a Kenyan scholar and professor. He has discussed about Africans or Black people dependency. We have Amos N. Wilson, an African American psychologist, and has been vocal about the need of Africans to decolonize their mind and reject foreign domination. And when we talk about foreign domination, we will talk about when African, they are in this country aligning themselves or buying the story of a white system. We have Steve Biko, a South African anti-apartheid activist and founder of Black Conscientious Movement. Biko emphasized in rejection of oppressive and value systems. So I may say Africans too, they acknowledge what Black Americans have gone through, and they have been trying to teach all Africans about it. But I said it was a perfect example because if you have listened keenly to the video and you are African, you will understand it purely. Africans, they have sold to us a number of stories that are stereotypes about Black Americans. And when we go to America, we tend to believe that stories and align and do the dirty work that we are not supposed to do. A lot of stories about how Black Americans behave. They are saying Black Americans misbehave. They are saying Black Americans are lazy. They are saying Black Americans just complain. All of these are stereotypes. Is misunderstanding and lack of unity. You know, a lot of this comes down like a lack of communication, understanding, and shared experience. So African Americans feel like Africans don't show up for them in the struggles like police violence or civil rights, and which is true because Africans, they are allies. So they cannot go to those, to talk about what is going on. Now, another thing is here, white society sometimes prefer Africans. White society most of the time prefer Africans. And this is one of the big source of tension between Africans and African Americans. Now, and why some or white society may prefer African immigrants is because they feel so much secure, less fear than Black Americans, because of all the sake we know, the society, they fear black Americans. And there's reasons that made this society to be scared of black Americans. So being with Africans, they feel at least safe. Being with Africans, they feel like, let me just say it. It's easy to manipulate Africans than to manipulate black Americans. Why? It's because black Americans have been here since 1619. Black Americans, they have been here, they have built this country, they have fought for this country, they have fought for rights of the country and the people in the country. They know each and every corner of what you think as the society. And these African immigrants coming here, they will sell these stories to them and they will fall for it. And that's why she meant by saying that Africans are new girlfriends, Now, some African immigrants, especially those from professional, middle or upper class backgrounds, may be seen as trying to assimilate into the dominant culture for safety, success, or opportunity. And this can look like avoiding speaking about racism, distancing themselves from African Americans community, buying into negative stereotypes about black Americans, and which sometimes of these stereotypes are being promoted by the media or are being promoted in their home countries, like the white system, the white society will come here into Africa. They sell this story. They promote this agenda against black Americans. So when you African, you go to black American, you go to American country, you already have that in your mind that these guys are not good. But that is wrong. That is not correct. So that's why the tension is growing so much between black Americans and Africans, and black Americans, they feel betrayed. And reality, this is betrayal beyond. Because I am your brother, a black brother. You know very well that I was sold into slavery. Unless you don't want to understand the history, or unless you are ignoring my history, unless you are ignoring what you are seeing that I'm being discriminated, unless you are ignoring the racism that is happening in the country, So it is a betrayal. It's a betrayal because black Americans have been fighting the fight for generations. The softness and the milk and honey Africans are going to look in America. Black Americans have been fighting for it, So when the time comes, black people should unite. Africans should unite with these black Americans. They should speak one language, And some African immigrants, they unknowingly repeat or believe negative stereotypes about black Americans. I talked about lazy, violent, uneducated, all deeply from racist and false information. So this is kind of some of the things creating more and more gap between Africans and African Americans. It is the stereotypes. Now, let me talk a little bit about these stereotypes. These stereotypes were sold to Africans while they are in Africa. Now, going to America, they already have this in their mind. When an African sees an African American, he sees someone who is violent, who is lazy. So he better be an ally to the white because they will tell him that they are not good people. Be my friend. So you will be an ally to the white and you will be doing the work for them, the dirty works. If there is any dirty jobs, you will be the one doing it. Voting against your own will, you will be the one voting, So it's so sad that there is no unity between black people. It is so sad that this is happening. But I got that being a very, very good advice and educative, a very, very good example to give Africans, because we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue discriminating our fellow black brothers. We cannot continue discriminating our fellow cousins and sisters who we or our ancestors, they sold them to slavery. They are part of our nations. They're part of our countries in Africa. They are part of our African continent. They own lands here. The land maybe we are enjoying back here, maybe at one point or the other, it was theirs. So they are the one who have been fighting so hard to make sure that black people are getting respect. And if we continue disrespecting them by supporting the ally, that will cause laughter onto them. And there will be no respect into black community. No one will respect you for aligning with the enemy, So they will just see you as a user. We are using you to step on the other side. And this other side is to put more sanctions to black people. This other side is to put more discrimination, segregated measures into black people, is to deny rights to black people. Simply because you as an African immigrant, you are the one used to create all this chaos. We say sometimes, give respect where it deserves. Give flowers where it deserves. And black Americans need flowers. They need it. If it's fighting for voting rights, they did it. Fighting for women's rights, they did it. Fighting for DEI, they did it. Fighting for equality, inclusivity, diversity, they did it. We may say they were being helped by Latinos and other people of color, but in large number, black Americans have been fighting the battle so that you and me, who are coming from Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana, to go there in America and study well and enjoy the life and being friends to the white people, it's because of the blood and sweat of these black Americans. So you understand what we are trying to say here. We are trying to say here that we as black people, we must unite. We as black people, we need to read a history of us Africans, because there are some Africans, again, they even don't know if they were colonized. There are some Africans, again, they even don't know if black Americans were sold to slavery from Africa. They even don't know that black Americans are from Kenya. I saw a video where Nigeria calling black American Oyimbo. Oyimbo means a white man there, like I think they call Oyimbo a white man. So most of the people, they are ignorant to know that black Americans are part of Africa. They think black Americans are Americans, So we need to learn the history. Even black Americans, we need to know the history, know that we are from Africa. First step of getting it done is by accepting that maybe we are failures in one way or the other, accepting that this one party has won, this one party is doing best. So where should we help? As African, we should help by this. Let's dig here. Let's plant this. That's all we should do as black people. We should unite and be against what is eating us up. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video. Until next episode, peace out.